remote work effective, right? And so those are some of the stories that I wanted to share with our folks here, what's working for us. So now that we've covered sort of our top down, what are the risks and how do we work in this remote world, let's talk about, now that you've got all these things in place, you've gone through your business continuity plan, how do you now sustain this and make it resilient? And that's the key of our today's session. SafePath has, the top you'll see Safe Insight, and that has the ability to provide you those key risk indicators and analytics that you need very quickly. Within days, you can leverage your data sources and build out dashboards against data sources that are going to give you that visibility, whether it's that CDC data, WHO data, or your own internal systems around customer service, supply chain, where you're not getting the visibility in a remote world. We can offer that through our cloud tools very quickly. So I'll talk a little bit about how that all works to be able to run analytics and data to get that. So this is some examples I just pulled out from our data sheets and our some previous case studies we've done. And I'll talk a little bit about our case study today from a customer that went through this crisis, in the last crisis, and what they did to recover from it. So supply chain risk management, just right now the issue is if you have a global supply chain, let's say you're a retailer of footwear, right? And so your pricing is impacted, your merchandise is not, you don't know where it's shipped from, there's pricing errors, there are claims that you have against your suppliers, possibly they billed you but not shipped the product. There's a little bit of a chaotic time. So you need some dashboards to control your supply chain risks. And this is just some examples around those key metric that you may have in place in that area. Your customer service, you may have different work orders coming in from customers. Some organizations that are facing significant uptick in their products and services, which is aligned with the crisis. So if you're a supplier of VPN software like Cisco or Citrix, you may be getting a lot more demand than normal, and you have less staff to fulfill that demand, and you want to be able to do the right thing and service your customer and make them successful. But you got to be able to monitor that better by regions, by product types that are spiking in this environment, making sure those ventilators are in place if that's one of the things you're making. So being able to understand that customer service portal is really important, and if you use tools, apps like Salesforce or other CRM systems, we can hook into that very quickly and get you the dashboards that you need. Same thing with your employee productivity. Working from home requires you to make sure that you're allocating work, because you can't just walk around the office and talk to people as easily. So being able to automate how the work is getting performed across regions, across people, across where's the missed deadlines? Where are we missing? So this is sort of a dashboard that we go through internally every day to see how we're allocating work and how it's scheduled and who's overutilized, who's underutilized. That becomes really important because people aren't available in the same time zones to tell you what they can and cannot do. And so that's going to impact your business when everybody's in a remote world. So being able to do workload analysis is really important for remote workers. And that's the core of how you service your customers and how you manage and control your supply chain. So please take a look at that and let us know how we can help. And the infrastructure itself, right? Just being able to monitor how your servers are running, how your access and cybersecurity is still important. People are out there that are bad actors that are trying to take advantage of the situation here. So, being able to monitor risk in your enterprise systems, making sure that there's no insider threats, and so forth. So being able to do all that is pretty important. And so these are all the capabilities that SafePath is making available.